Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, Chapter 78. When we last left our heroes, we kind of left Team Natsu for most of the chapter to focus on what happened in Whiteout Village. As Suzaku of Diabolos had been summoned by the Grand White Priestess to take care of Celine. There were also these monsters called Sumeaka, which means fingernail dirt, that come from the hand waves that were attacking the village. Suzaku very easily took them down and went to go fight Celine, saying that if Fairy Tail gets in his way, he will cut them down as well, as he knows them as an enemy of Diabolos. Then we come back to Team Natsu, as they're talking about getting away and trying to learn more about Superior. But before they can, Youko shows up again, this time with an even larger army of yokai, promising to teach them the true horror of Pandemonium. So all that being said, let's jump right on into Chapter 78, Parade of 100 Demons. And our picture here is of Loki and Lucy on a picnic, if there are any leftover Lolu shippers from the early days of Fairy Tail, with Natsu passed out on a hammock behind them. Everyone's having a picnic. Let's enjoy spring to the fullest. God, I'm so happy it's spring right now. I'm so tired of winter. Anyway, get back to the point. We open with just some of the demons, of the yokai that Youko has summoned. And Team Natsu stares them all down, and Youko taunts them. Now, let the parade of 100 demons begin. Time to eat up. And just then, all the yokai start to swarm for Team Natsu. Lucy looks around, summoning magic? But Wendy corrects her, it's spirit power. So wouldn't that make it summoning spirit arts? And Gray and Erza, there's tons of them. They keep appearing one after another. And Carla, will be completely surrounded at this rate. And Happy is in full-on panic mode now. What do we do, Natsu? But Natsu just grins, we all know where this is going. Like you gotta ask. We kick every one of their asses. And everyone just gets right into battle mode, rushing at the yokai. Youko taunts them. It's useless. We focus on this Oni-looking dude and, a paper lantern, it looks like, and another, sludge-looking yokai. And Natsu just taunts, bring it on! And just, with his fire, I think, just slaps the Oni-looking dude. And Gray taunts, we got a knight who took down 100 monsters, you know? Which actually is a nice callback to the last Pandemonium. I think that's what it was called, right? Erza's event that she soloed in the Grand Magic games. Yeah, it was Pandemonium. I kind of forgotten about that until Gray brought it up. But Erza corrects him, no. Compared to fighting those monsters one-on-one, these ones are stronger. Be on guard. Then we cut to Wendy. Sky Dragon's wing attack! And then Aquarius roars, gets this big whirlpool, sucking in a bunch of yokai in. Lucy lets out an Aquametria and gets a whole bunch on her own. But we see a Kappa, and a couple of other yokai. Waterproof ones. The Kappa comes in and strikes Lucy. Natsu calls Lucy, distracting him so that he could get hit by a yokai himself. And Youko just laughs, and Gray looks around, there's way too many. And we see Erza, who's just equipped into her Heaven's Wheel armor, I think it's called. The one with the angel wings and the poofy skirt. I think it's Heaven's Wheel. And says, in that case, Natsu agrees, yeah, Heaven's Wheel, Blumenblatt! And she just goes to town on them. And Natsu as well, Fire Dragon King's Destruction Fist! And gets a whole bunch in his Destruction Fist. To the point where it blows a hole in the side of the mountain. Yeah. Natsu's got skills. And then we just see the devastation of the two of them's attacks. And then a bunch more yokai rise up out of the ground. Carla calls, there are more appearing than those you defeated. Happy still panicking. What do we do? What do we do? And Youko taunts, this is the parade of 100 demons, an infinite spirit art. The 100 is just a metaphor for large numbers. Oh, okay. I can summon an infinite number of yokai. That's not good. And Wendy calls, there's no end to them. And Aquarius, I think, referencing summoning more celestial spirits. Looks like we're gonna need some extra heads. Lucy, summon every last spirit whose key you have. And that's not a normal thing a celestial spirit mage can do. So Lucy calls back, that's not possible. Even if you don't have their keys, you can still use your own magic power to summon spirits in this place. You're right! Then let's make today a party. Open! Keys of the Zodiac Gates! Oh god, when's the last time we saw this? The eclipse? I feel like she and Yukino did this for the eclipse. Guys, please! And she summons, is that all 12? Because I think Yukino still has 2, right? Because we got Aquarius, Gemini, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So yeah, we're still missing Pisces and Libra was the other one that Yukino has, but that's still 10. And also Plu is just there. I love Plu. We see all the celestial spirits like ready to go, and Plu is just like shivering. I love my boy so much. He's just a pure soul. Pity, we are. This seems is all out war, Moshi Moshi. As you command, princess. I love Loki's little grin. Now then, what will we do with all these bad boys? Let's go, Ebby. We have like Capricorn pushing up his glasses. I shall deal with them. I love also Virgo. We'll defeat them. I'm sorry. Moo! Just leave it to us. Natsu calls amazing. We see Gray and Erza. What a sight, indeed. And Aquarius just grins. Let's do this. And we see Aquarius and Scorpio combo on some yokai. Gemini and Sagittarius. I'm not sure what Gemini is doing there. Actually, he's not really shifting into anything. But also along with Virgo and Plu is doing nothing. He's just kind of jumping. We see Capricorn and this like stone yokai. I forget if Capricorn's real name was Capricorn or Caprico. I think Caprico might have been the fake name he used when he was being possessed by what's-his-face during Grimoire Heart. Not entirely. Let me see if I can get a real quick wiki search. Capricorn. Yeah. Caprico was what he was known in Grimoire Hearts. Okay, my bad. Capricorn. Anyway, Capricorn attacking Stone Yokai. We see Cancer and Virgo. On an earlier panel, I said Virgo with Sagittarius. I meant Aries. That's my bad. Anyway. We see Cancer's like cut the hair of this like snake yokai. Taurus also goes one-on-one with one, as does Loki. And then Lucy is ready a Stardress mix. Stardress mix. Leo X Virgo form. Light of Regulus. Radiance of Spica. Leon Maiden. Is this the same mix she used during the Alderaan arc? I think. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. Either way, just from behind is all we can see it on this page, really. It looks really cool. But Youko still up in the air, still taunts. No matter how many you beat, it's useless. Nobody can win against infinity. And Erza, back in her fire pants and the boob bandage outfit, which name I also can't remember, turns to focus to Youko. But what about the one who creates that infinity? And then she just slices Youko in two. Almost certainly an illusion of some kind. Yeah, that pops into one of those like paper. I don't know what it's called properly, but like a paper clone, I guess. Which shocks Erza, distracting her enough for Youko to get a good kick in. But Erza just jumps right back onto her feet and jumps up to slash through Youko again, revealing another paper clone again. And Youko taunts her. Now, where could I have possibly gone? Ah ha 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 ha! And we see there are like 5 Yokos now, all laughing, or like 20 Yokos surrounding Erza, all laughing at her. But then it seems like Erza spots something there, and she goes to strike what seems to be the real Youko because she actually blocks with her staff. What? The voice from your abdomen and the voice from paper are completely different. Damn you! So yeah, that's her mistake apparently. Uh, and Erza just glares at her. I will put infinity to an end. That's a cool line. To be continued next time. Okay, this is just an utterly joyous fight chapter. It's a total blast. There's not a whole lot to really dig into, though. It's largely just like watching a whole bunch of characters fight a whole bunch of monsters, and it's really fun. I love the look of Keys of the Zodiac Gates, and seeing all 10 of her golden spirits, and Plu, who's just there, all tag teaming the infinite yokai. I also do really love the 100 is just a metaphor for large numbers. It's just a nice little like, look, it's just called 100, you guys. I have so much more than 100. So that's all cool. We just get like a full page of Celestial Spirit team-ups. Like, when's the last time you saw Sagittarius? I feel like he hasn't done anything since, like, I don't even remember. I can't think of anything post his initial appearance in Phantom Lord. Let me see if I can find a quick Google search that will give us a little bit more info. He apparently has appearances through a bunch of arcs. Battle of Fairy Tail, Erasion Seis, Tenro, Grand Magic Games, Sun Village, Tartaros. But they're all kind of tiny one-off things. Also, even during the Mercphobia fight, which I had forgotten about. But yeah, it's nice to just see him, just go all out. Nice to see him again. I mean, not really go all out. It's not really a Sagittarius chapter in any way. But it's nice to just see the full force of Lucy's talents. Sure, her talents are like summoning other people to fight for her, but it still is just a really, really great reminder of like everything she's kind of achieved. You know, the Celestial Spirits are kind of like physical testaments to what she's done throughout the series. And so it's great to see that. I also love me a good Star Dress. Especially a Star Dress mix, combining Leo and Virgo. That's great. But of course, the only real, like, super important thing in this chapter, beyond just watching everyone bash some heads in, comes with Erza starting to deal with Youko properly. And while it initially seems like it's really, like, it's gonna be one of those things where she has all of these bodyguards, but she herself doesn't really do too much, she quickly reveals that, I guess, is also kind of a bodyguard still, the paper clones, which are a cool thing, even if it doesn't really last long, as Erza is quickly able to work out that the voice from your abdomen and the voice from paper are completely different, which is a twist I can see working better in the anime than in the manga, as there's really no way to... Hold on, I'm actually going to look at the fonts. Because Youko has a very specific font that she uses when she's a paper clone. At least on page 18, she has the font that's very different from what Erza has, almost like a drawing. And then it looks like it's gone when Erza picks out the right one. Though we see kind of rage font at the top of page 20. But her font on page 16 when the Youko focus starts seems to be just like a regular font. Also, all of this might just be a Sorcerer's Weekly quirk, because just looking through this, there are a lot of fonts they use. So maybe I am just looking way too deep into it. I honestly have no idea because I've not really looked at the raws, obviously. But anyway, it is just a quirk. It's a twist I think would work better in anime. Just when we can like actually hear the voice. So if and when 100 Years Quest gets an anime adaptation, I think that this scene might work a little better. It still works. You know, it's a great moment of like Yoko's how the fuck what I thought I was good now. And I do hope Youko still puts up a fight in the next chapter. But we do get a great Erza one-liner. I will put infinity to an end. That's just a cool line. But yeah, next time it looks like we'll be moving forward with the Youko fight, maybe wrapping it up in the next chapter, possibly. Maybe 2 more chapters tops, I think, for Youko. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this fight. It's great. And I can't wait to see where we go from here. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!